Guten Morgen. Ich trinken Wasser. I'm drinking water. In the morning, I usually fill my mason jar up with a lot of ice and water. What a way to start the day. Un, uh, un ish, esse Frühstück. I'm eating breakfast. Ich esse Frühstück und trinken Wasser. Now, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about yesterday, if you don't mind. Those of you that have been following my leukemia journey, you will know that I went through. First, I was taking chemo pills, the TKI. They don't call them chemo pills, but essentially that's what it is. It's little bitty pills, but um, and then I don't want to say my cancer, but the cancer that I had progressed, and then I ended up being on the bone marrow unit and receiving chemo. I received total body radiation and a transplant, a stem cell transplant, bone marrow transplant, however you call it. Excuse me. So, for those of you that have been following that journey, yesterday I was officially 1 year out of my bone marrow transplant. Exactly 1 year after my bone marrow transplant. And I had so many plans. I was like, I'm going to go out to eat. I'm going to celebrate. First things first, I was like, I'm going to call my brother. He's my donor, by the way. I thought I was going to call him and bother him and like get on his nerves. But he was at work, so I tried to keep it really short. Yesterday was a very emotional day for me. 1 year after a bone marrow transplant is like, it's crazy that it's been a whole year. But when I think about everything that I went through before the transplant, them trying to make sure I had a donor, and them going through the process of making sure that my brother was a good match and everything, it doesn't feel like a year. It doesn't feel like a year. But yesterday it was officially 365 days since I had my bone marrow transplant. It was a little emotional, like ups and downs type of emotional. Because you remember the dark days and you also remember the up days, which to me the up days are when your numbers are starting to look good, your numbers are starting to get better, you see that it's working. So to me those are the good days, and the good days are also like when your side effects have started to kind of dwindle down a little bit, because when you're on chemo and radiation and all that, you have so many days where you just feel down and just depleted, if that's the right word. Like you feel like everything has been drained out of you, which it has. So yesterday I was thinking about the good days and the bad days, but I had so many plans of what I wanted to do. I'm eating spinach, by the way, y'all. I love making spinach grilled cheese sandwiches. But anyway, so I had all these plans. I wanted to go out to eat and stuff, spend some time with my husband. I did call my brother. And I had to ask him, what made you do it? What made you decide, you know what, I'm going to see if I can be a match for my sister? I had to ask him. Y'all, just hearing him say his response helped me because I always feel like I'm not important to anybody. I have this thing that's a battle that I have within me that I really need to work on, and I don't want to put that off on somebody or whatever or make it seem like it's somebody else's fault. But I always have felt like I was never good enough for anybody anywhere. I was never um, just loved or whatever. So that's something I have inside of me. I'm gonna work on it. I'm working on it. But to hear his response really made me feel good. It made me feel like I got somebody in the world that loves me enough to at least try to save me. And his answer was simple but heartfelt. He said, because you my little sister. You are my baby sister. And he just laughed a little bit, like, duh. like like there is no question about it. But I always have felt like since I didn't have a big title to my name, or since I wasn't like a big timer in the family, that nobody really genuinely cared about me. They just cared what they can get out of me or my husband or whatever. But nobody really genuinely cared about my health. That's the way I felt. But after hearing my brother yesterday, I was like, you know what? I am like a I am somebody. Somebody does love me. Did I mention ich esse Frühstück? I'm eating breakfast. Und ich trinke Wasser. I still been working on my German. I haven't been really doing a lot on here on my videos, but I still been working on it. So I'm eating breakfast and drinking water. So the way my day turned yesterday, the reason why I say it was like a, I don't know, it was just weird yesterday emotionally, and then I was hit with sickness. I really wanted to go on a date. I haven't been on a date. I just wanted to spend time with my husband. I just wanted to go out and eat. Y'all, I got sick, so sick, to the point where I could barely get out of the bed yesterday. I got so sick. Probably the most high saying, didn't I tell you not to buy nothing on the Sabbath? And there you go to much you want to go out to a restaurant. But I was just thinking to myself, you know what I've been through. I just want to celebrate this one day, this one day. With that being said, I didn't get a chance to go to Olive Garden. That's why I wanted to go to Olive Garden, y'all. Didn't get a chance to go out on my 1 year. I think they call it the rebirth day or something like that. My rebirth day, I couldn't celebrate the way I wanted to. It didn't even feel like it's been a year. Time went by so fast. It does not seem like it has been a whole year since I went through all of that. Crazy news is I still got to get another shot of the chemo, the um, lumbar injection of the chemo. I still have to get one of those, and I also have to get another bone marrow biopsy. Ain't that something? But for the past like 2 weeks, I've been real emotional. I've been eating a lot of sugar, which I said that's why I'm gonna get back on my eating spinach in the morning. I see that it's a thing on I'm on TikTok now, y'all. I just got on TikTok. I'm new to the whole TikTok world, so I'm still trying to figure out how to get around on TikTok. But I see it's this thing where people are eating raw spinach every morning, and I'm like, what? But I've been like eating these spinach grilled cheese sandwiches some mornings, not every morning. I hope these girlies know. I wonder if anybody mentions to them that too much spinach can give you kidney stones. I had a kidney stone one time. I thought it was the end of me. And this was when I first found out I had leukemia. And I was like, Lord, is this the way you gonna take me? Because this is pain. And I have a high tolerance for pain. So me saying this is pain was like, you know something wrong if I'm saying this is painful. So they did all the tests and everything, did the scans, and they found out I had a kidney stone that needed to pass. And I'm like, this is before it passed? Well, how does it hurt when it... Oh, don't even go there. But anyway, so the doctor kept asking me, what all do you eat? Just run me through a day of what you eat. Then she said, okay, start writing down every day what you eat. And when she saw how much spinach I ate, she was like, I know I told you to eat greens and everything, but that's a little bit too much spinach. That's how I know too much spinach can cause you to have a kidney stone. Because I went through it. But that's neither here nor there. I'm going to get back into eating my spinach. I'm just going to try not to eat as much as I used to. Because when I was eating spinach just about every day, I was not eating that much sugar. I have a problem with sugar. And I know that in the past, my sugar cravings were because of something bigger going on, a bigger issue. So I want to just watch that. And I feel like when I was eating a lot of spinach, I was not I was not craving as much sugar. Every once in a while I might want a soda. That's even bad for you. So that's why this morning I am drinking Wasser. Ich trinken Wasser. I'm drinking water. Ich esse Frühstück und ich trinke Wasser. I haven't been on YouTube the way I normally am, like posting a lot of videos because I got discouraged. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I was so discouraged because my numbers was just starting to go back up. I was going back into 1,000 on watch hours, and right after I did a live on my other channel one day, I just happened to go into my studio. I don't go in much, y'all. They have knocked my watch hours back down to 800. 800. But at the same time, they have started putting ads on some of my older videos. So at the same time that you're putting ads on my videos, it's the same time that you're knocking down my watch hours. I find that a little suspicious. So I was getting discouraged, and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna keep doing this. That's the number one reason why people were making their little snobby comments about y'all don't want to monetize y'all channel. You need to do this and you need to do that. That's the main reason why I didn't want to try to monetize my channel, is because I didn't want to feel like I was in another rat race. I already went from being out there in one rat race in the world, constantly trying, constantly working to work some more, with a little break in between, and never being able to enjoy why I was working so much. I've never had a vacation. Never been able to like do the things I want to do. I want to travel. I want to travel the world. Let me put it like that, because I have traveled, but it was never like traveling vacation type of traveling. Y'all, I'm tired of the rat race. I'm tired of always trying and pushing, pushing, pushing. And then somebody who's not trying can get on here and do the stupidest thing, and they become successful at it. Yeah. So I'm thinking I'm not going to keep on showing people how I study languages and stuff, and showing people how I exercised while I was going through um my situation, my my cancer story, because I'm going to keep saying my cancer story. But my journey, I'm sharing what I think helped me, and you're knocking down my hours. Like, you're not pushing my content. But if I get on here, like I say all the time, if I get on here and shake my behind, or if I get on here and start dancing around half naked, or if I get on here and pretend that I'm cleaning, but I'm really trying to give y'all butt shots and breast shots or whatever, um, that content will be pushed. But I get on here, try to teach y'all how I learn languages and how I keep fit even when people think I'm not fit. How I battle certain storms. When I get on here and praise the Most High, I get pushed back. And you mess with my hours. Because it's one thing I could see subscribers dropping, but I can't see hours dropping. You can't take back a watch hour. If somebody's already watched, I see what's going on. And people are trying to come up with all these little ways that they can explain it away. Which I appreciate. I appreciate people trying to tell me like, well, you need to do this or you need to do that. I kind of appreciate it, but then again, you don't see what I see. There's no way in the world somebody can be in the thousands on their watch hours. And you, not one time, not two times, multiple times, knock them all the way back down to the 800s. You can't tell me it ain't something else going on behind it, because I've heard other content creators say that they was going through something similar. Y'all, this spinach grilled cheese is good. If you don't believe me, try it yourself. Mm, mm, mm. It's good. Make sure you butter your pan real good when you put your grilled cheese in there and your cooked spinach. Your cooked spinach. Cook that spinach separate and then start fixing up your grilled cheese and put that spinach in between. Esse Frühstück. und trinken Wasser. Ich esse Frühstück und ich trinke Wasser. I've been working on this book too, y'all. I haven't been doing the actual work that's in there, but I've been reading through it and picking up little things here and there. I didn't know if I wanted to continue with German since I was getting so much negativity towards me learning German. I didn't realize people would be so angry about you learning another language, but they are. You find out the truth in people. But y'all, I had to come and tell y'all about yesterday. Yesterday it was 365 days since I had my bone marrow transplant, and I couldn't celebrate. I really think that was the most high stepping in my life and saying, because I don't normally buy things on the Sabbath, but I had already put in my head, I'm going out to eat Saturday. I'm going to go out and eat, and I'm going to celebrate my 365 days after my bone marrow transplant. I'm going to celebrate. So I think that was his way of saying, I told you not to be buying and selling. You thought you were going to disobey me? I keep telling y'all, it must be something different about me. I'm not one of them people that can get away with things. You know how you might have a friend or something that do something, they get away with it. And then if you even try to do it, something happen to you, I'm the other friend. I'm the other friend. I'm the one where if everybody else trying to do something, if I do it, I'm the one that'll get caught. When were doing those PPP loans, I said, "Oh no, I can't do nothing like that." They were like, "Why? You should try. You should do this and you should do that. All you got to do is I can't stand no. All you got to do is type of person. All you got to do is yeah, and all your tail gonna be doing if I get locked up is sitting there chilling while I'm trying to call around get somebody to bail me out. No, that's okay because I'm the type of person where if you do something, you might not get caught. Matter of fact, you might be able to do something scandalous for years and be living good. As soon as I try to do it, I'm that one that'll get caught. I'm that one that'll get in trouble. I am the one that if I'm driving down the highway and somebody think I'm driving too slow, so they speed around me and start driving reckless and get in front of me, hit the brakes, speed off again. I'm the one that if I just tap the gas just a little bit, I'm the one that get pulled over. That's me. So I have to make sure I am doing right at all times. And they used to say stuff like, it'll be just my luck. It'll be just my luck. And I try not to say that because my mama don't like when I use the word luck, y'all. She be like, it's not lucky, it's blessed. But in this case, it'll be just my luck that something will happen if I tap that gas. And don't get me wrong, my little mommy minivan can get. I think people be testing me because I'm in a little minivan. And they probably be feeling like, oh, she's going too slow or whatever. Trust me when I tell you, a mama on a mission A mama on a mission in a minivan, we can actually beat you. We just we just trying to not let it be us that get pulled over. But we can beat you if we really wanted to. A mommy in a mommy minivan that got some things to do, got some errands to run, got some kids to drop off and pick up. We can blow you out the water. We just choose not to. Hear me when I'm talking to you. But anyway, y'all, I just really wanted to come on here just to tell y'all that yesterday I was officially 1 year. I don't know how to say year in German. I know how to say it in Spanish. Uno año. 1 year. It's been 1 year since I got that stem cell transplant. And I got sick. Just my luck. Sorry, mama. But just my luck that I would get sick on my 1 year mark. And I know you're not supposed to be prideful or anything like that, but I'm proud of myself because I went through a lot. I went through a lot. I went through some of the worst times, and I have 7 kids, y'all. I have 7 kids. So when I say this, I'm saying it because I really mean what I'm saying. That was the toughest battle I have ever. I'm trying to think back. That's why I keep. I'm trying to think. Like even when I had meningitis. Mm-mm, excuse me. Fighting leukemia was the worst that I've ever been through. And I think it's because you're physically sick, it's wearing on you emotionally, and people around you think that because you're physically sick and emotionally a little weakened a little bit, they think you're stupid. Some people, I had to tell some people like, I got cancer, I'm not dumb, or I got cancer, I'm not blind. Like, what? People will really try to play in your face when they find out you got cancer, and you be like, dude, I still see you. I hear you. I'm here. Hello. So yeah, it was draining physically, emotionally, mentally. It was just really draining going through that. And I couldn't see at first. I just couldn't see. I just used to always have like a little moment where I'd be saying, if this the way I'm supposed to go, good grief. Like, why so much pain? Why I gotta go through this? Because I went through my bones hurting, my hips hurting. I went through all of that. Like, I went through bleeding, what they couldn't hardly stop. I went through nosebleeds, ear bleeds. But now, but now, but today, it has been 1 year. And I'm proud of myself. I went through that. I had some hard days. I had some shaky days. I met a lot of good people. I love all my nurses, my tech team, my doctors and my PAs know I love them. I remind them every time. I tell them they some cool people, but I don't want to be up there all the time. But I really, really started to see them as my family because I was there all the time. even like the people at the front desk and everything, just the cleaning crew. When I was in the hospital for them 40 days, the cleaning crew would come in there asking could they clean my room and stuff. And I learned all them by name. Before I left, I was writing a little card for all of them because they have at the hospital where I was at, they have these little cards that you can write a good note about someone who's, who's around you or caring for you. You could write it about anybody, food service, cleaning people, the nurses. I was trying to write a note for everybody because they were all so helpful and nice to me, and they was all down to earth. They wasn't like a fake nice. They was all like my respiratory team. Lord, when I tell y'all that respiratory test had me in there gagging and going on because you have to put your mouth on this thing and y'all, even though I was in there like they they was so down to earth. They was like, "You got this. Just go and breathe, 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 blow, 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 blow." And they was trying to like encourage me to keep going, keep going, keep going. And I just had to laugh at myself. I'm in there coughing and gagging, like, "Oh my god." I'm gonna do a whole nother video about that because I did a video one time about my respiratory experience, and they said that the music that I had in the background was a copyright or something like that. So I just took the video down. But I'm gonna do a whole nother video where I talk about my respiratory test because I have to do another one. What they do before you get the bone marrow transplant is they give you what they call the workup. You have to do everything. You have to walk on a treadmill for a certain amount of time. They have to test your breathing. Like I said, they have this thing that you have to put in your mouth and you have to keep breathing. They do different tests to see if your lungs can take it, like what percentage is your lungs working in or whatever. However, you go through so many tests just to see if you can get the bone marrow transplant. So I went through all of that, and I do have to do it again because what they do is they put you like a baseline where they see where you started, where you are while you're getting your treatment, and then you do it again after so they can see where all your numbers are. So all the tests that I did before my transplant, and I think it was 6 months after, I have to do all those tests all over again. So I just really appreciate everybody who was involved in my care. Everybody. Because a year later, a year, y'all, all I keep thinking about is that doctor that came in there with them index cards, and I asked him, in front of my tech, I asked him, what were my chances of survival? All I keep thinking about is how he kept flipping through them cards and he said, if we don't do this, you can pass in your sleep. And here we are, 365 days after. Because he said, even if you have the transplant, there's a chance your body may not receive it well. There's a chance that you may end up in ICU if your body rejects the new cells. And here I am, 365 days after my transplant. I still have a ways to go in recovery, but y'all, I feel better than I felt before they found out that I had cancer. I feel better than I felt when I was working security. I feel better than I felt when I was helping out at the daycare. I feel better than I have felt in a long time. The odds were stacked against me. So now I have to do everything I can to live my best life every single day. I want to do something that's going to make me happy, make me smile. Not only that, I want to make my family proud of me. I'm just a wife and a mom that does the best that I could do every single day. And I want my family to know that I never wanted to be an embarrassment to them or anything like that. I always have just wanted to love my family and make them proud. So every single day, I'm working towards that, making my family proud. Y'all, it's been 365 days since my bone marrow transplant. I still have my port. Yes, I still have a port. Y'all know they took the transfusion line out, but I still have my port. I don't know when they're going to take my port out, but when I find out, I'll be sure to come and let you guys know. I'm not going to be posting every day like I was before on YouTube. Shorts and skits and all that. I'm just going to do it whenever I feel it in my spirit to do it. Because I'm not going to be out here in a rat race. I'm not going to wear myself thin trying to keep up with numbers. I'm not going to do that. Not anymore. I'm going to pay attention to my children and my house and my family and my husband like I've been doing. And I'm going to keep the Most High first in all that I do. And if it seems like I'm getting to a point where I may have to do something that I would regret later just to keep up with the world, that's all right. I'm good on that. I'm good on that because I'm not here to be of the world. I'm here to be in the world. And unfortunately, I just gotta hold tight. But I had to share with y'all that yesterday was officially 1 year after my transplant, but I could not celebrate the way I wanted to. I could not celebrate the way I wanted to. But it's been 365 days. And I'm proud of myself. But until next time, y'all know how I do it. Danke fürs Schauen. Gracias por ver. Thanks for watching. Adios. Bye.